Okay, so we're here in the big flight with the bonded pairs. This is Gidget, and I had her paired with Dusty down there. However, I always knew Dusty was a bit of a question mark. He was a really fat when he came in, and I wasn't sure he was going to make it as a breeder because the bigger, fatter birds are the ones that tend to be in sterile. So they stayed together in there for a long time. I brought them back in here probably a couple of weeks ago, and Gidget had been sitting in her box for weeks without laying an egg. I brought her in here. She was in here for 3 minutes, and Neon flew down and mated with her. So I know that the problem there was Dusty. So I'm also running into Crystal and Blue were paired together, and nothing ever happened with them. And now Blue has a little bit of diarrhea, and Crystal is trying to steal someone else's mate. So I have two very high-value females and mates that aren't working for them, which means I have to rearrange my breeding program. My logical go-to is... This is Rocky. He was paired with Random. Nothing ever happened there. I think because Rocky had been treated with calcium. But Rocky is now Randy. He's been chasing his Random around in here all over the place. He's heavy. He's full of vim and vigor and challenging the other males and that kind of thing. And Random, he was paired with Random because I wanted to outbreed them, not because she was a high-value bird. She's one of Rainbow's baby girls, but she was one of the smallest and has a low-quality mask. So now that Gidget has no mate, and I got her from a different breeder, and she wears a different band than Rocky, who is split to lacewing, I pulled Random out, and when Limey and his babies move out of that cage, Rocky and Gidget are moving in, and I'm hoping for some results this time. So, I'm not going to give up on Dusty yet. As we get farther into spring, he has lost a lot of weight. He is active. He can fly. And he has fabulous feather and a beautiful mask. He's a high-value bird. So, I'm not giving up on him yet. Later in the spring, I'll match him up with some other female and see if he can perform for me. I'm hoping Blue is going to pull out of whatever is wrong with him, but Blue has never bred for me successfully. So if he doesn't put his stuff together, I will breed Crystal to somebody else. Who? I don't know. I have a shortage of males. She's trying to steal, this is Storm and Azul. She's trying to steal Storm away from Azul. It's not working, as you can tell. They're kissing and grooming and the whole thing. But she's been trying, so I don't know. I'm going to give Blue a little more time and see what happens, but she has forsaken him, and what that tells me is that he's not stepping up to the plate where she's ready to go. Who am I going to breed her to if Blue isn't up to the task? I don't freaking know. It takes me over to... Let's go over and look at the male in the unpaired males cage. So yeah, the pair that's going in after Limey and his chicks graduate to the fledgling cage is going to be Rocky and Gidget. They're a very high value pair. She has great feather and that great lacewing mutation. He does not have great feather, but he's huge and he is split to lacewing. So hopefully that will get me some babies that I can work with. And I can outbreed their babies. And I do have a third lacewing bird in quarantine right now too, another female. She's tiny though. So birds that I could breed Crystal to, my Texas Clearbody girl. There's not a lot in here. I got this cobalt guy right here is a lovely little bird. He might be, he's young though. He's got this year's band on, and I think he's only about 6 or 7 months old. That is Haverty. I'm going to name the next generation last names. So this is Haverty. He's Sparky's boy, and he is my best show specimen so far. But he's only 7 months old. He's not going to be breedable. Same thing with Aqua's last baby boy. He's only 7 months old. Now, this guy's breedable, but he's split to, this is Phantom's son, and Phantom died. So I have his 2 sons, are the only way I get his genes into the dilute line, so I don't want to waste him on Texas Clear Body. So I don't know what the heck to do, because having a Texas Clear Body dilute would be kind of defeating the purpose. So Gray here is set to breed with Pie because he has the dot on the back of his head that says he's split to recessive Pied, and the only other bird that has that is Royal, and Royal's already paired and producing. This little guy here, my little Gray, he's so little. I just don't know. I think he's old enough to breed. He looks it, I think he's done his 9-month molt, whereas this guy I think has only done his 6-month molt. So, I think he's done his 9-month molt, so maybe this guy's a possibility, Buster, but he's really little. But on the other hand, look at that mask, and look at the feather on that head. He's a little bird, but he has some very nice qualities. So maybe I could breed him to Crystal if Blue doesn't make it. The other option would be, this is Royal's son, but he's kind of little. Well, he's medium-sized. He's probably a little bigger than Buster. But he's kind of a pinhead. He doesn't have great feather. So I don't know. And of course, there's this old guy here, this opaline guy here. He is tiny, and I got him from a guy who said that he inbreeds all of his opalines. I was like, well, how's that working for you? He kept this guy as a breeder. He's 2 years old, and this guy is he weighs like 45 grams. He's as small as Royal. So he's not really, Royal gets to stay because Royal's a pet, but this guy probably won't breed. So as you can see, my pickings in the male department are a little slim, and having 2 males that are dysfunctional is not helping. And then there's this Clear Body guy who's, I'm outbreeding them, so I'm not going to breed her to him. That would be not part of the plan. And besides, he's already proved himself to be too young. So, I don't know. But I do know that Blue and Dusty are not making it. They're just not stepping up to the plate. As it stands right now, and if something doesn't change in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they probably won't be in the breeding program, which is a terrible shame. But it is what it is. Just to demonstrating to each other. Macho men. My little baby boy here, this is Storm and Azul's baby, who looks just like his grandma, and just like his uncle here. However, unlike all of her other babies that she has with Aqua, her grandson is looking more and more like his grandma. He's got her big breast. He's as big as his uncle at this point, and he's only 4 months old. And he does have a pretty decent mask on him. It goes down, even though he's only 4 months old. So that could end up being quite the... He may have Daddy's feather after all. Yeah, see the mask and the bigger head? And he's only 4 months old. He's just now losing the bars on the top of his head. Look how much bigger he is than these guys around him. Look at how much bigger he is. That nice big breast. So I don't know how it skipped a generation, because this is his uncle down here, and he is probably as big as his uncle, and his uncle's got 4 months on him. This guy's about 8 months old. And he doesn't have the nice mask. His mask is kind of short. So, good old Storm. He's a tiny little bird, but he may be tiny because he had air sac mites, because he had them quite badly. His baby girl, let me open the gate so we can see. Storm's baby girl up here, who I have high hopes for, is still working on her 4-month molt, kind of stalled out a little bit. So I'm throwing some extra calcium in the water, because they were on meds the entire time they were in the nest. So I'm throwing her some extra calcium in the water a couple of days a week to help her get through that molt. So I don't want her to lose any ground. So And look at all these girls I have in here with no matches. I mean, let's see. Cloudy, no match. This little, where'd she go? This little pied girl right here, who once I got her cleaned up, has turned out to be a pretty decent bird. She weighs about 60 grams. This little opaline girl here, who I might or might not breed depending on how big she gets. She's got 9 months now, and she's a little scrawny, but she seems to have gotten taller. Then I have this opaline girl who's lovely. I have this girl right here. And there's Royal and Matilda's daughter. Random is back in here again. There's Random down there, who's mateless. There's Laurel, Pie, my Texas Clearbody that doesn't fly, who I may or may not breed. Probably not, because she's one of my lower quality females, and I have so few males, I don't have one to spare for her. And old Fancy up there, who I don't think is ever going to come into breeding condition. But she seems to be pretty happy, and she's molting and everything, So yeah, I have tons of females and that could be mating, but these are obviously the little lower quality, and they may not get the chance because I just don't have the viable males around. So we'll see what happens. All right, boys, got to step up to the plate here. Time is coming.